going on, everybody? So I had a stream like an hour ago, and it turned out that the microphone had some error. So if you see when this is recorded and uploaded, it will be the video that was prior to this. It's okay, but it's not my voice. It's like it's broken. It's like a digital sound. Okay, let's get some music on. And I'm just going to do a little session, I think, to get this bug ironed out. So I'm currently, this is part 2 of fog. So the last few things that I did was around saving and loading terrain. Let's have a look. That should do it. But the loading, or the hot loading of terrain, it's working fine for the engine. Let me just show you what that engine looks like as well. Here. Okay, I think we're ready to code. One, two, 1, 2. Hi to chat. Let me just join the chat. It doesn't join you automatically. Huh. Now I'm getting a link from Mr. Beast. How I get over 100 million views per video. But that video only has 3 million views. I'm glad someone likes the video before I even got in the chat. That's a first. Okay, so why have I got a bug here? I'm just going to show you visually the error that we have. It's just loading up the first time. Okay, so let's show you the error that I have. So we've got a little tool here to turn the fog on, or at least the first attempt at making fog. As you can see, as I rotate, the fog is inconsistent. So it needs to go. And this is our 2 shaders. Maybe Oh no, there's one more shader here. Here we go. Here. So the view matrix, this fellow here, contains the camera position, and you need to extract it, but there's something wrong here. It might be this inversion. Okay, ChatGPT's helping me. We'll see if it works. So hopefully that should fix it, but I'm like 40% sure. I don't know if it's working and just the maths is off for the stopping and starting. I'll show you what I mean. This here, these might need flipping. No, I don't know. What makes you ask? Welcome to the chat. Nice. I destroyed it. So what I need is I need to turn these into uniforms. So if I can get these numbers. On a user interface basis, so I can change those when we're in the engine. So fog start and fog end we will do. Sweet, yeah. Sweet. How did it go, by the way? Just the whole project? Fog start and fog end. Here we are. And what we can do is fog start. Is fog start, and then fog end. So good job I saw the little typo, because you could get stuck on that for a long time. Fog start, fog end, and then where would we put that? Just here. So if we move the slider, we will, so this is sending some data to the GPU. Fog start. Did I already create those? Yeah. So every time we slide this, it's going to send some data to the GPU. It's so we can troubleshoot in real time, basically. Okay, fog start, fog end. Get the uniforms. Is it an integer? No, it's a float. Fog start, fog end. I'm so tired. I just did like a 2-hour stream, but it turned out my microphone was broke on the previous stream. I gave up on it. Glad to see someone who's going with it. It's amazing to watch. Appreciate it. Subscribe. Yeah, I thought you left. Well, I don't know if I recognize your name. I feel like I recognize your logo, actually. I went and played back 2 minutes of the stream and my voice was completely, I think it's the power to the microphone. I'm running the hub on a laptop. I've got a spare screen and 6 USBs plugged in. So if my voice sounds synthesized, this is broke. But yeah, I just did a 2-hour stream with a broken voice, but nobody knew me, so they didn't know that it was not my voice. You should go listen to it. It was awful. Okay, so that's what we're expecting, where it starts and where it ends. But the problem is, I don't know if that's going to stay as it is. You see, the fog should travel with me. If you're walking through a wood 50 meters away or 100 meters away, it's foggy, but not where you are. So it's consistent with you. Because when you're in the fog, it's like a cloud, you don't see as much. So I have these tools now. Like you kind of want that in the distance, and then on the foreground where I am, you want not that, basically. So it's moving relative with that side of the world there. And I quite like that effect. I feel like it's going to be nice. But it needs to stay there. It's like moving with the camera but flipped. So if I walk back, will it go that way? It might just be flipped. I don't know. Somebody should know. But I don't think it's the numbers here. I think it's the calculation itself. All good. Did you see what I said about my voice? I think the microphone's working now, I don't know. But on the last stream it was broken. Nobody told me. But I think nobody knew. Yeah, I really like this. I just need to get it working. Okay, I should just test it. 1 2 1 2. Like on the video I was watching, it was really, really high pitched and squeaky. Okay, I should just test it. No, this is a bit better. 1 2. It's very different. I wish I could understand what's going on. Yeah. I wish I could. What I want to do is I want to bring in ChatGPT here because I'm getting some advice from it. And I just feel like I'm ignoring you guys a little bit. Sweet, there we are. So ChatGPT is saying, because the fog seems to be almost flipped, it's foggier near me but not in the distance. Actually, it's told me to do something. It's provided the code and then it didn't do what it told me. So I'm going to just copy and paste and see if it changed anything else that it didn't mention. You don't need to retract messages. Is that because you realise I don't know what's going on either? Well, that's interesting. But it has fixed it. It did fix it. So that should change. Okay, so we have fog. So what we have here, but the fog's fixed, but the labels here are flipped. But we choose where the fog ends, which means where it's the most dense. Although is it relative to, no, I think it's still relative to the world. Yeah. You see, it's not moving with me. So this is how fog should look. Where we are, there's no fog. And in the distance, there's full fog. And as we move, so that should progress. I don't know if I need to normalize these numbers here. For example, what does 0 mean? 0 should mean where I am. So maybe that's all I need to do. Fog end is where I am. So if I bring it to where I am now, if you see me move this, so maybe I'm here. Okay, we'll go back to ChatGPT. And we're going to ask, shouldn't the fog start and fog end also account for the camera position as I'm moving? So it should be relative. Shall we see how this works? And when it comes to shader code, I'll tend to do half of the work, and if I get a few bugs, I don't mind just grabbing some help like this. And if it's something at this level, which is quite low level, I'll go through it after and make sure I understand it. If it's something that's a higher level that I would struggle with, I'll just move on. And that's sort of a response to the question I always get, how much math do you need for game development? And I just try not to get stuck there too long. So my goal is to become competent and at least intermediate with shaders, but I don't need to become an expert on fog. Not at the cost of not learning other things and moving on. I just had 1 week, the last week, stuck on one thing, so you kind of learn. Okay, so now the fog is moving relative to me. The numbers are obviously wrong and flipped. And for some reason it stops at a certain level. So we'll change these numbers and we'll see if it works. I think it's what we had before. Good fun, right? Fog start and fog end. So maybe a fog start should be shouldn't it be 0 with 0 to the player basically? No, it's bad. Come on, give me the fog that I deserve. Okay, let's see the maths that ChatGPT gave us. Before ChatGPT, you could be stuck on this for like 2 days. I would be. It's not a strength of mine. What happened there? Okay, so there was a typo or a bug there from ChatGPT. Let's just try it again. I might have copied and pasted it wrong. Where are you guys from, by the way? If anybody's... Apparently I've got 4 people watching. It changes. By the time you hear this, that will be different. Yeah, I think when I pasted it, I think I just maybe deleted one extra character. You know what, that just reminded me, I've not backed up since I started streaming 2 weeks ago. So let me do that. I'll do that now. I mean, I streamed for the last few months on and off, but then I had 2 months off. Yeah, shout out to you. And then the point being, then my code will be on there as well. What did I add? Terrain, save, load. What else did I do? Started implementing fog. Must have done something else in the last 2 weeks. Oh, I did a lot on the UI as well. Actually, what I went to do, I quite enjoyed the last stream for 2 hours. So I was going to pay $20 just to advertise it on ads, just to get my 500 subscribers, because then that's when you can monetize and have membership. So I thought I'd listen back just to make sure everything was okay, and the sounds broke across the whole 2 hours. And it's just so annoying. Wait, how is that relative to the camera? It's not been adjusted. To make sure I get that commit pushed as well. Got an error there. I wonder if I define something twice. What do I do? Fog start adjusted. And then these might need to be flipped as well, but that should at least compile the shader this time. Okay, so it drew something. Fog. And that's what happened last time, and we moved. It moves. Not when I move forward. When I move forward, I think it's moving that way. When I move backwards, it's moving into the scene. And go here, I'll start there. So that's how it should work, right? I think this is simulated well. So where we are, there's no fog. As we go forward, the fog stays relative to us. But if I go the other way, not moving. Welcome to computer science, everybody. Wow. Okay, so when I go this way, it's fine. And also let's change. So the fog doesn't start immediately, but it gets thick quite quickly, which I quite like that. Now it looks harsh because we move so fast. But if it was a person walking, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't seem as harsh. I'm going to ask ChatGPT, why is that only relative to one direction when I'm walking? I don't think it's changed anything that's going to fix it. Which is here. Okay, let's see if anything did change on the previous code. I can't see it. And then if it did, we can look what it was. So you see the problem, I go left and it moves. Great. Just an old button crashed. Okay, that's going to be session over. That's 3 hours of streaming today, and it's 6 AM. So, good to meet you new guys who came in as well. Hope to see you in another stream.